away, go away. Oh, man. All the things that you need to remember as a YouTuber are just so annoying. So annoying. Why? They keep changing stuff that you don't want them to change, and then the stuff that you want them to change, they won't change, So what are you going to do, right? So what are you going to do? What do you do? What do you do when social media does not align? What do you do with social media when social media will not align to the things that you would like them to change for the better? I don't know. There's just really no answer for that. Except for maybe just keep swimming like Dory. Just like Dory. Forget that they are not aligning with the things that you want them to do and just keep swimming. Just keep that swimming going. Anywho, so there's been a few disasters going on in the world today. There's that famous elephant. There's this. There is the Oculus Quest. I mean, there's so much going on. There's so much gone. But, I think by the end of this last election, I'm going to board. I'm going to either jump into the metaverse permanently and never come out, or I will ask Elon if I can board one of his ships, and I just want to go. Just want to go. Enough with this planet. Enough. So anyway, take a look at this. It is something that you guys could get for free if you had the stones to leave me a comment and have a 3D printer. I will give you this kind of stuff for free. It took forever for me and a bunch of amazing artists to build things like this, and they're all available online. Oh, yeah. That is the beauty of being online. That is the beauty of being online on all those social media platforms. They are so helpful. They're amazing. So amazing. Love them. Love the experience. The experience is fantastic. Anyway, now there's a new thing set up. So I've created a fresh copy of, I haven't created it, but I've installed a fresh copy of Windows 7 on the old computer. So that sort of should maybe fix some of the things that we were having issues with before. And hopefully it'll be less bogged down. It went through a defrag. I cleaned out the, what do you call that thing? Created a new partition, cleaned out the partition and all that good stuff that you can do on Windows 7 easily. And then I learned how to do all that horrifying crap on the Microsoft machine of death, which is this one here. And the only reason it is a Microsoft machine of death is because it's running Windows 10 and everything is so complicated. So, being that I'm not a politician, I can tell you with pure honesty that I screwed up. So anyway, Real Fight is coming up in a second, but I've got to punch in that password, and that's one thing that annoys me about this new fresh copy of Windows is that I need to insert a password now to get in. It was better before when I didn't have to do that. Again, when it comes to safety measures, better to have a password, better to have the latest Windows 11. But if you're just playing video games, there's nothing on your computer that is even potentially dangerous to anyone, and you just want to be a gamer, you don't need the latest and greatest operating system, which just bogs everything down into oblivion. Let's see here real quick. Double tapped on this. Maybe I need to run Steam first. It'd be one of those problems. I just did let's see, start task manager. This is here. This is task manager, and it shows you all of the things that are running currently at this time. We do not need this one, I don't think, so we can end that process. But the thing is, with Windows 10, they made this whole thing ever more complicated. And so now you know that most of what's going on here is being run by Steam the Dream. Steam the Dream, that's over here. Start in offline mode. There we go. Steam the Dream is going to start in offline mode. Again, cannot run Real Flight Evolution, but Real Flight 9.5S works no problem on here. Let's see. This is another game that I wanted to test out on here, but unfortunately this one doesn't work on Windows 7 or Windows 10. I'm not sure if I'm missing something, but unfortunately it does not seem to run at all. So that is a bit of a drag, but there's other games that I found on the other PC on Windows 10 which could work, so we may be able to try that later on today, and we'll just see what's going to run better. Again, fresh copy on the Microsoft machine here of it was the worst because I did all kinds of things and eventually this killed the computer completely, and it would start up and then it would go to a blue screen of death and then it would restart back to the beginning and all that stuff. You may want to check the latest and greatest unexpected error. Oh, forget about it. I guess I have not got the latest and greatest DirectX thingy-mapoodle on there, and so maybe it won't even run it like that. Okay, I should have tested that out last night. So that's one more thing to worry about. Okay, let's kick it to the side. Do I have DirectX thingy-mapoodles anywhere? So that's not a problem there. But with the DirectX issue there, that's not good. And this one now, if you guys watched my latest live stream yesterday, we know that is no longer connected to the internet because the little flash drive that I used before was a disaster and it broke off. The USB metal bit that goes in the USB came off, desoldered itself, and so that was a disaster in of itself. But luckily we have another computer that we can mess around with again. So again, when these things happen on the Electro Boom channel, he goes and he does his cool things with Skillshare and all that jazz. But here, on the Marco Reviews channel, things like this happen spontaneously. I was just that stupid that I thought that it would just run. And I forgot to do the thing that is required for it to run, which is go ahead and install the DirectX drivers on the old Microsoft machine. Again, if I run it on the older copy of Windows 7, then it would be just hunky-dory, just fine. But the problem is, that I was not smart enough to do that. So we can play Real Flight Evolution on this one, and hopefully it will not be buggy, but it might be. Again, what's going on? What do you mean installing? I installed this yesterday. I swear. I keep doing things and then what? Maybe I just got confused because I installed it on so many different computers and then run fast. So this is the thing here that I'm talking about, Windows 10 not being as good. When you do go into the thingy-mapoodle here, you'll see it looks more colorful, it looks cooler and stuff, but processes, look at how much stuff is going on here, and a lot of these processes you don't even want running. For instance, Microsoft Edge, I don't ever use that, and it's running in the background, bogging down, taking useful RAM away from the things that you want to do. Look at that, all of these extra things. Xbox Game Bar, why? I don't need that. And I'm sure there's a bunch of services that are required. But just generally speaking, there's going to be a bunch of things on here that you will never ever use, that you might not even know exist, unless you are, like a hardcore enthusiast of the latest and greatest operating system. And so maybe you might need some of that stuff. Oh, please calibrate my control. Let's do the calibration again. So center all controls. I think that all the controls are centered, except for maybe this one. It's about as centered as I can get it. It's about as centered as I can get it on all these as well. This is, well, dang. This is hard to center because there's not really a center line on the bottom of the controller here. If you can see, they don't put a nice like white line or something underneath. So you can never really tell if these things are centered unless you do the calibration. Here, it's very nice. It's very nice there. So on top, you can tell exactly where that stuff is and you can center it, no problem. But in the other one, you can't. Did I just skip over because I just double tapped? No. No, no. No. No, I did not calibrate it, so I don't know what's going on now. That was bad. I don't know how do I go back to calibration? You see, it's not calibrated. It wants to. Oh no, it is maybe it's still calibrated. No problem. No, it's not calibrated. I don't know how to run the calibration now. What a mistake. I was too busy trying to do stuff, and then I pressed back. Don't press back. Can I just confirm exit game? Can we redo that? Will it allow me to recalibrate the controller? I hope it does. I hope it does. I thought I double tapped something, so I pressed the back button and just quit out. That's not what I wanted. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. So, okay, let's calibrate. Ooh, that was lucky there. So it is stupid proof. So if you're as stupid as me, which is not likely, it's not likely. You have to be in a special category in of itself to be as stupid as I am. But, so it says move both sticks up and down, left and right. So up and down, left and right. Fantastisch, as they say. Not me, I don't say that. But anyway, left and right, up and down. C'est fantastique. Okay, we've got all that. We've got to do the sliders. Left, right, and try to center it out. The only way you can really center this out is by looking at here. No. Dang, I had, give me 50. There we go, 50. Slider left and right. Here we go. And then we can center it out. Again, later on, you will probably never be able to fully center it out perfectly because eventually, while you're just doing stuff or putting the controller away, you will mess with that and that will cause things. Okay, knob is all set. Fantastic. Bombastic. Okay. Finish. Now we're ready to fly. So let's see. Right now it's just running the way that it runs. Unfortunately, again, it's all back reset to 0. Why? Because I put a fresh copy of Windows in there, as one does, stupidly. And so everything, Steam the Dream does not keep your information on there. And so now everything that I've done since the beginning of time has to be redone, which is fine, but it's also annoying because I wanted to have my stats and be able to continue on from where I left off on all my computers, but it's just not something that they provide for you. And again, this is not Hobby Zone or Horizon Hobbies issue or Spectrum's issue, none of that. Everything is working just the way it should. But Steam the Dream. Steam the Dream is not like the cream of the crop that you want it to be. And so therefore, all the things that I've done so far, all the flights that have clocked do not exist the way I would like them to. There we go. That was pretty good. I love this simulator. If you guys watch some of my previous videos, you'll see me snark endlessly about the simulator. But once you understand how it works, once you get used to a bunch of things, you will really love this thing. And now that I know how it works and all that, I really love this simulator. So I really love it. It is by far my favorite simulator that I've ever flown. No. Oops. Goodbye, plane. Goodbye, plane. That was completely and utterly, entirely my fault. Why? Because I just... Oh my god, that was epic. Because I completely screwed up. This time I won't. Okay, I'm going to go straight. Then I am going to loop-de-loop. I'm going to do a Maverick. I'm going to come down gently without smashing into the thing over there. Then we're going to go through here. No problem. As easy as pie. As easy as pie. Can I get this back in the air? No, once it's down, brah. Once it's down, brah. It is down. Down for the count. And unfortunately, it will not continue. I probably destroyed that propeller. I will not be making it to the next post. Anyway, these gates are pretty cool. Let's do that again. That was fun. Yeehaw. I'm coming down too hot. No, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. Oh, wow. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be upset with me. Stop getting the post, man. Get better at your shots. And Ronaldinho, too. They're both going to be really upset with me for that. Ooh, baby. Oh, it didn't register it, though. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just map it back. We will map it back. No, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. I still missed it. This is unbelievable. But we didn't destroy the plane this time. So this time when we go and do a nice, smooth turn, just like you can do. Remember when I was like, oh no, you can't do turns in this thing. It won't turn. You can do turns. I was just not doing it right. I was just not doing it right. There you go. Just like you can now do a safe turn here. Let's do a safe turn. A relaxed and safe turn. And now we will line ourselves up and try to get the next post. Gate. Whoa, buddy. Da, 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 da. I'm loving, I think, the fact that I have done a fresh copy of the whole thing really makes a difference here, and it is flying better. So again, but that's kind of the problem, right? You don't want to have to format your whole system and start again with a fresh copy of Windows every time you install a new video game. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the problems with Windows 10 is unlike the other one where you can pick and choose and know the majority of the operations that are happening in the background without being too smart, because there's not that many that are running, and you can just disable the ones that you don't want running quite easily without getting too confused and messing up the operating system when it's not running all the applications that need to be running smoothly. In Windows 10, that is harder to do. That's just harder to do in Windows 10. I don't know how much harder it's going to be in Windows 11. I just don't want to even find out. That's why I'm not installing it. But sometimes it just is what it is. Okay, so what I wanted to do here today also is try a different video game and see if that would work at all. Let's just turn this off real quick. And I wanted to try to see a drone simulator and see what happens, whether it recognizes the remote. Because, again, as I said before, I really love the Spectrum remote on this thing. And it would be cool if it recognize this, and it looks like that it might. It does not recognize the select button, but I did press reset on the thing and that actually worked, so that's good. Let's see about the settings here. Not really interested in the audio or anything like that, but we could maybe just check the controls. Keyboard, mouse, no, game controller is what we want. Why can't I switch this? Up, down, left, right. Maybe it's just... But I do have a controller installed, so why? No. Maybe let's just back. Let's see if we can just play. I will just press the game button. I would like to try the Fantasy Forest. I would like to go in beginner mode, and I would like to just start. Let's see what happens. So, nothing happens because the controller is not recognized. Although earlier I pressed reset, and that worked. So it is not picking this up. I'm going to try to get a... okay, get out of here for a second. Restart, return, the settings. We wanted to go into... No, I did not press... I don't think I pressed that. Controls. So I'm going to go get a controller real quick, and we'll try to see if we can install that. So what we have is my favorite controller here, and again, I have not tried this before, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. There's a good chance it might not, but we will give it a shot, and hopefully that shot will be a bullseye. See, I can't even remember how to install this thing. There's a little thing here, and this goes in there, and I don't know how it goes. I think it goes this way. But when I try to fit it in there, it kind of refuses to go in there. So, try it this way. How? What the? Okay, it went in. It went in. Yay. We will temporarily disconnect the one from Horizon Hobby, just temporarily to see if we can get this to run. Unfortunately, it is not picking that one up, so what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I stick that in there, and I turn this on here, and nothing seems to happen there either. So I don't know what you need to do at this point. I don't want to run it with a keyboard. That would just be stupid in every possible way. So I'm going to check one more thing in the garage. Okay, I think I found a gamepad. Well, I left this with the battery on. That was stupid. So I don't know what the procedure is. This is part of the reason why I love Real Flight so much. And what I was trying to explain to you guys is that with Real Flight, at the very least, you won't have to bother with any of this annoyance that you guys have just seen happen to me. With Real Flight, as you can see, you just grab this. Once Real Flight is installed, everything works. With all the other video games, it's somewhat more complicated. I just installed this here gamepad, and most of the time this thing just instantly gets recognized by Windows, but we are not seeing any controller. Maybe you just close that off and go back into controls, and maybe it'll pick it up then. I just don't know why. We can do ESC. Let's quit the game real quick and see. I don't know. Control or gamepad. Let's see. Game control. Game controller, maybe. Set up USB game controllers. Maybe you could try that. I don't know. Again, like it's all, you know, it's all technology stuff. So let's see. Let's see, advanced and properties. We've got advanced here. USB joystick. Okay. All right. Properties. I think it recognizes it or not. Yeah, it does, because look at that. It'll tell me stuff about it. Rotation axis, and then so it's recognized this one. That's good. That's good. So we can just say okay there, I guess. Okay for that. That's great. Other question though is if I unhook this, it does not see a controller. Let's see if, and stupidly I did that thing where I unhook this thing here. That was smart. That takes a special kind of person to come up with that, because it's so hard to put it back in. Let's see, stick it in here. Let's turn it on first and then stick it in here. Can we stick it in here? Yes. It made a sound telling me that it's recognized something, but then if I go in here, I bet you that it, whoa. What the? Game, if I could spell, game controllers. Okay, cool beans. Smacky doodle. Controller status. Advanced. It just doesn't see it. It doesn't see it at all. Advanced. Okay. Wait, advanced. It goes none, none. So, yeah, so the gamepad, it will recognize this thing here, it will not, and I don't know why. And I don't know why. That annoys me incredibly. But what are you going to do? So let's see if we can play. Ideally, I would have wanted, oh, wait. Ideally, I would have wanted this to work with the Real Flight controller, because that's better than this to fly stuff. But you get what you get and you don't get upset. So we're going to try this one more time. Smackity-doo. Smackity-doo. Okay, press any key. If we go up, it's not working though. It controls. You see, it's not showing up. Why is it not showing up here? That is just super annoying. Okay, maybe it's just a problem with this game. This game is lame or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's not lame. I don't know. Let's try drifting. Maybe the drifting one will pick up the remotes. No problem. All right, and there's something in here in the settings for Steam. I don't know. Steam the Dream. Steam the Dream. Add a non-Steam game to library. Manage, redeem, activate. Help. privacy, legal information, Steam subscribers, system information, blah, 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 nobody cares. Add a friend, edit profile. By the way, you can't add a friend unless you've spent at least $5 on the system or something. I don't know. Settings. Manage security, nobody cares about that. In-game. Interface. Controller, there it is, controller. General controller settings. Big picture configuration, blah, blah, blah. I did not disable anything, so what's going on here? Controller. Why is this so... This is one thing that I don't like about Windows 10. Everything, the writing is so small. I have got 20/20 vision, but I still struggle with the size sometimes. PlayStation configuration support, Xbox configuration support, Switch configuration. I don't care about any of that stuff. Combine pairs of joys controllers. Generic gamepad configuration support. Yes. Recover Steam controller firmware. I don't know about any of that. Piranha Extreme. What's that all about? I don't know. So I don't care about PlayStation configuration support and all that stuff. Can we just get this to run? No. Okay, it's already running. So if we press back, in-game, use big picture overlay, blah, 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 display, play sound, save uncompressed copy, high contrast color, change chat filtering, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that any of this stuff helps us in the slightest. Display, enable, blah, 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 blah. I don't think this helps us in the slightest. So the only thing I could think of was that game controller thing. And this thing is playing in the background. Here we go. Drift. Drift. Again, if this doesn't work, I don't know what to say, guys. Because again, this should be pretty easy, straightforward stuff. At least back in the day, when I was on Windows 7 and stuff, and also on a bunch of other things, this thing would get picked up no problem. You just stick it in, it runs, and not a whole lot to do. Not a whole lot to do. So connecting to highdrift.com. Why? Can't you just play? Oh, buddy. Come on. Enter. So is this not going to work either? I saw some of the gameplay videos, and they were like really interesting. Very cool. But it is not doing anything. So I'm going to have to get out. And it's not getting out either. Task. So clearly that doesn't work. Great. Let's try sunset. Which brings me to Torque Drift, which is kind of cool. Because today Captain Drone did a funny video of him trying out a new skateboard, which is really torquey. And I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway. Torque. That's why that came up to mind. Torque Drift. I don't know if any of these games are going to run on this machine. But if any of them do, that would be great. Disconnected from lobby. Yeah, it's not like it was connecting earlier, but it's stuck in there again. Again, Task Manager should be easily available, and I should be able to figure out which game to get rid of. Which one was the one that was giving me trouble? Was it Inertia Drift, or was it the other one? I don't know. But now we have two games running, which clearly is not going to be great. No. If I can get to play this, that would be awesome, because it looks so cool. It's like anime graphics, and you get to drive and possibly drift this thing around corners and things. So that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. At least it does to me. Press start. You have to press enter or start to load. Let's see if it recognizes the remote. Mr. Gunner. A new face. All right. Let me guess. You want to learn how to drift? It's cool. It's cool. I know how to drift. Can I just start playing the game? No? All right. I'm sure you're familiar with the basic steering, throttle, brakes. Those are all important, but if you want to master the cars here, then you'll need one more thing. Okay. The drift stick. You can always use an extra shaft. With the drift stick, you can directly control your car drift angle, allowing for precise cornering. You know, it probably makes more sense to show you. Come with me. Yeah, just show me. Oh, and don't worry about crashing into other... Okay, don't worry about crashing into... All cars have phase shift impact prevention systems fitted, so you can just focus on your line. Well, they must have installed the Bumpaflex that I was planning to make, because it's a video game. All right, let's go. In real life, they don't want you to install the Bumpaflex. They want you to crash. Potentially die. All right, so tutorial. Let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know how to do any of this. I'm guessing it's going to be this. To accelerate, hold the space bar. Oh, crap. I can't use a controller. All right, space bar then. Uh-huh. Good. Yeah, space bar. So remember, you need to steer with A and D. No. Oh, okay, so I don't have to steer with... Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Oh, wow. The lag is... What? Okay, this is really weird. Anyway. It's super laggy because the computer cannot handle the graphics. Yay. Okay, so A and D. It says A and D. Where's A and D? A and D is on the wrong side of the road. Although A and D does steer a little better than the other one, so I don't know. The arrow keys control your drift angle, okay. Oh. Oh, great. So you're asking me to turn with... This is unbelievably stupid. You're telling me to turn with left and right, so that's A and D. But then you want me to drift using... You want me to drift by using the... And it doesn't work, by the way. I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. The graphics are so cool. I love this thing, but I want to be able to use the remote, not this, because it's really hard to just drive with the arrow keys when the thing lags as well. Does not help either. It's not my style. It's not my style. It was not turning with D. Do I need to tap to turn with D? I cannot drift, by the way. I just cannot drift with this kind of... It's a miracle I can even go in a straight line with this thing. It did not give me a lot of instructions on anything, so I don't know. I'm all about the controls, like the DJI Mini and Mavic and all those. I'm all about that when it comes to controlling stuff, and this is just really annoying. At this point, even pistol grip controllers would be better than this. Okay, tutorial results. Your new record. You suck, man. You suck. All right, cool. Not bad for your first run. A few more laps and you'll have the basics down. This is the only, well, this is only the beginning though. Every car is different and requires its own special techniques. Okay, great. There's lots to learn, so let's get out there and absorb everything you can and find the style that fits you best. I promise I'll keep the serious stuff to a minimum. I'm going to have to go in settings and figure out gameplay, visual, gameplay, audio, gameplay, leaderboards, invert the drift stick, no. View controls, controller calibration on. Okay. That sounds all great, but why can't I use it then? Restore the vaults. View controls. Throttle. Drift is Q. Drift is Q. Remember that. Drift is Q. I'm not going to remember that. I am not going to remember that. How do you go back? Back is back. Back is back. Where's the back button? Backspace. There you go. So it's saying drift stick. There's all these things, leaderboards, invert stick and all that stuff. I don't care about any of that. We can go backspace back. What I do need this to do is, okay, actually visual is going to be useful here. Let's go into enter there. Brightness is fine. Full screen. Frame rate, let's see. What are the options? Frame rate, unlimited, 60. VSync. Okay, resolution. Let's go down, brah. Let's go down, brah. No, it went up. What's the minimum resolution? We're getting close to minimum resolution, I guess, on this thing. There it is. Okay, fine. Motion blur. We don't need motion blur. Chromatic aberration. We don't need that. Low. Okay. If we don't put these settings to lower than what they are now, it's going to keep killing everything. So backspace. Backspace. I don't want to do tutorials anymore. I just want to play the game. So we're going to press and sure, whatever, man. I really want this to run on the controller. That's a really cool car. I don't want to change it. It's fine. It's fine. It's just going straight. I'm not getting any control over it. So no. Oh, wait. Wait, what? For a second there, I felt like I had something going. And then... No, it's not. It's just not. I tried all the keys here, guys. Tried all the keys. And for a second there, I thought that it had something. Piranha Extreme using configs from Marvimation, but it's not. You see that? Like, it's not. None of the buttons are doing anything. I don't know, bro. This obviously is an AD. Accelerate. Accelerate is not working either. That's not working either. Q is for drifting, is what they said. So what accelerates? Before, at least, it was giving me other commands. So which button is for, oh, spacebar. Great, spacebar. So turn left with this, go forward, and then Q is to, dang, this is hard. So straight, and then Q is to drift, but it doesn't drift. Q hard on drifts? No. It really doesn't. Even if you're going fast and you go Q and D, you're going Q and you're turning, tapping that turn. It just you can't play this way. Oh. What the heck was that all about? Okay. This is really, really hard. So instead of turning, just drift. Okay. That was bad. And okay, so instead of using the things, just go forward with a space bar, and forget about turning. Just drift with the right and the left keys. That's what's gonna get you the drift. So I guess I could actually play this game okay. And now that we've changed the graphics, it's gonna work. It's gonna work no problem. But again, I wish I could. I don't want to do this with the keyboard. I want to do it with the remote. So that'll be interesting. If anybody knows how to set things up in Steam with a remote, you could always drop it in the comments that I'll never see. Or if they do pop up, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, guys. It's just, it is just so hard to be a one-man band living in a vacuum when you're trying to solve problems. Oh, that wasn't too bad. You wouldn't want to drive like this in real life, though. Hey, that was a pretty quick study. Once the thing actually worked. Oh, no. No. That was too much driftage. You don't always have to drift. You can also just take corners occasionally, though it is more fun to drift or power slide in some cases around corners like this, for instance. There we go. Oh, it just did not have the drifting. It overspun out. I was going too fast, and then... So anyway, this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun. You can actually play this for free on Steam The Dream. Except, sadly, this is really not how I envisioned myself playing this, because with a remote, this would be so much fun. This would be really fun with a remote. This it's okay. But it's just not as fun as it would be if I had a proper remote to do this with. So anyway, Real Flight. Real Flight is awesome. Let's go back into Real Flight and do something. I was really hoping to be able to use either this gamepad to do things, or this one, or the one that comes with Real Flight, which is my favorite right now, because it actually works. Just does not seem to work with any other games, though. And that's annoying. So anyway, let's quit out real quick. It's probably not the best way to quit out, but we'll just quit out the bad way for the purposes of speed. I'm going to close all the other games that are running right now. No. All right, we'll quit the proper way then. Quit the proper way, because then hopefully it'll keep all of the settings that we just put in. We'll just press quit. Hopefully it saves the settings that we did in there, because it took a while to set that up. and we can jump back into Real Flight Evolution and finish off the live there today. Oh, I'm starving. I'm starving. I am starving, guys. That's what you get. That's what you get for being a fat vegan. You eat too much, and then you end up expanding your stomach so much that then you get hungry a lot. Let's go all the way down. I haven't done... Let's do scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt always puts me in a good mood. And then we'll just finish there because it's good old Phantom. Good old Phantom. Let's go in there and take some pictures. I love doing this. This is fun. And also this is kind of what I do when I get some drones and I go out there. We're gonna get rid of the sound. The sound distracts me a lot. So we're not gonna... Whoa. We're having some issues again with the controls. It's not very smooth right now. I don't know what's going on. It was fine again, as you guys remember in the very beginning when I was flying this thing. It was fine. And now it's... If I hadn't stopped, I was doing this and it just would not turn. So that is very bad. Let's go menu. Main menu. I'm gonna have to exit the challenge then. This is the other one, right? Real flight, cancel. Trying to get to the settings here, guys. Color schemes, not that interested in any of that stuff. What I need, though, is the settings. What I need is the graphical settings, the new system. I said how this is going to make me feel happier today. Right click. No, there's none of those cool settings anymore. They kind of want you to do everything here from the controls. But sadly, select, cancel, and none of the buttons here are doing anything right now. So that kind of sucks. We can still fly whatever's in here. Oh no, we can't. Watch this. Hit the panic button. Quick, hit the panic button. Forget about that. Real flight, evolution. Either way, it's the same thing. It's just you're gonna run the original. I'm gonna run the original. So, oh, my back, my knees, everything is pretty terrible today, but not as terrible as if you were this little cute little tweeting bird. If you're one of those cute little tweeting birds, the elephant has been stomping on you. Anyway, back in the day when I had my own two companies. This thing is running. It tells me that it's running. I don't see it. Where are you, brah? Brah, where are you? You said you're running. I don't see you. Oh, there it is. Retry. Please connect the real flight controller. Retry. Here we go. Technical difficulties. Anyway, today I have a good thing that I could do if I see any of my employees. If I see any of my employees, I can say, well, I know you didn't like me as a boss. I was a pretty crappy boss, but what do you think about Twitter? What do you think about Twitter? Was I at least better than that guy? Was I better than that guy? And I don't know. We could get some mixed signals and mixed opinions on that, but I don't know. It tells me to do all the things that you like to do with the stick. Up, down, left, up, down, left, right. Ooh, light was went out. Ghost in the building. You do all that cool stuff. It also wants you to play with knobs. If you're a knob, then you know you need to be turned at this point. Left, right, stick it in the center. It's struggling. Real flight, you're struggling, brah, you're struggling. Left, right, and trying to get this back to, it wants to be in overshot. No, too much. 50 on one, we got 50 on one. Try to get to 50 on the other. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, 50 and 50. Although it automatically changed its own setting for whatever reason, so I don't know about that. We tried left and right stick, knob, sliders. We've got all that covered. Press continue. For some reason, in the old system, it wanted you to do all of these switches. It does not ask you to calibrate switches anymore. I don't know why that is. But you guys can go back in Real Flight and you will find that I'm correct about that. Let's hope it runs now, because it was lagging, and I don't want to have to do adjustments to settings. Maybe Real Flight 9.5S will be normal. And if not, I'm going to end the live here because I've been chatting away for like 60 minutes and begin. I've got to get to cooking some food and all kinds of other things need to get done today. This is obviously not the way it's supposed to. It's lagged out of control. And that's it. All right, anyway, thanks again, guys, for joining me on these little live streams. Today we tried a lot of different things. We covered my shortcomings on being able to install Windows 7 on this machine of death. We covered getting a bunch of things running on other machines. The beauty of Windows 7 compared to Windows 10, why it's better for gamers if you're not worried about being tracked and all that stuff. Why you should install that, or Linux. The problem with Linux, it's not compatible with a bunch of other things, so Windows 7 or XP is going to be the thing for you. But anyway, before we leave, big shout out to Horizon Hobby for being awesome and providing Real Flight Evolution for free for me to mess around with. Thank you so much for that. Always awesome. It's a pleasure. I'm planning on leaving as soon as possible after the I don't know. It's gonna be, as I said before, the return of the dinosaurs. The return of the dinosaurs. I don't know who's worse, whether it is Hilarious Hillary, Joe Obama, Donald Duck, and I don't know. I don't think anyone else with any self-respect is going to run at this point. And again, Joe Obama set the precedent, so now nobody runs for the presidency. You could limp from a basement and still make it. So the game has changed. The game has changed. But if it's gonna be Hilarious Hillary, can we please have Kamala? I mean, even Kamala is better than Hilarious Hillary. Anyway, all jokes aside, if only we could still have decent candidates such as Tulsi Gabbard and my all-time favorite, Andrew Yang, that would be better. But I don't think any of those will run because it's just going to be a smear campaign after smear campaign after smear campaign because the usual dinosaurs are still in the race or in the limpin. So anyway, now that that's been said and it's devastating, I hope that either Elon Musk with SpaceX or Zuckerberg will help me get out of this world. I will board any ship to get off the planet or get into the metaverse permanently as soon as possible. So anyway, if Mark, come on, man. If you want to send me the Oculus Quest, the latest and greatest version, I will just jump in there and just. And Elon, can I get on any of your ships to get off this planet? Anytime. Just don't give me a call. Just drop me a comment on YouTube or any of the other platforms. On all the platforms. I'm on all the platforms, even Twitter now, because I'm just gonna watch it burn. I'm gonna watch it burn. It probably won't burn, but the people who are working at it will burn, unfortunately. Anyway, so let's see what happens with all that. But before I go, again, big shout outs to Horizon Hobby and Hobby Zone and all that stuff. Arma, Shongmei, Excellence, Color Farm, D Domisol, you name it. Remember, it'd be nice to see ballsy people write anything in the comments these days. It's not been happening a lot, but some very ballsy people still do. And then again, if you guys want to check out some of the most amazing food, but also pancakes that you could ever get that are vegan friendly, just give them a shout out and they will help you. Again, QR code should work, but if not, just go to this address and you will have yourself some amazing pancakes. So before we leave, I say goodbye to all the amazing channels that I promote in the back. Thank you for providing awesome content that I watch every day and puts a smile on my face. So with that said, I will see you all tomorrow in the next live stream. So take care, guys. Have a great Friday. Happy Friday. I hope I got the day right.